Oh no, it's Mark. Hey, what's up guys? It is Mark Yoon, and today I'm bringing you another video. So, first I'd like to apologize to Rich from Ragroff Enterprises. I was waiting to do a video with him, a two-parter about the Soul Calibur reveal, but I haven't posted on my channel in like a week, so I usually don't let myself go more than 7 days without posting. So I apologize in advance, and I apologize to you guys who usually get the 2 or 3 videos per week that I upload. This video is going to be very specific, so it could leave some open-ended questioning and stuff like that. This video is probably going to be titled Things I Want to See Included in Soul Calibur 6, the upcoming Soul Calibur. And I might include a couple things that I don't want to see, but we're going to try to keep it towards the I do see, so that maybe Rich has a chance to upload what we don't want to see on his channel. And as always, a link to his channel will be in the description box below. So let's start off. Number 1. I don't want to see them trying to take away any single player content. That's the number 1 thing. Soul Calibur 3 is my favorite Soul Calibur. I know a lot of people say 2. 3 is personally mine because that's they introduced. Excuse me, it's early, but it's dark outside, so it's not that great. 3 is when they introduced character creator, but that's not the. It is probably the biggest reason why it's my favorite, but it's not the biggest reason. Like, they also added a lot of like RPG elements, and they had that like that mode specifically designed for your created character, so it's like a second story mode. Then of course there's gallery and then music options, all kinds of great stuff. So it's just my personal favorite. You can say 2, that can be yours, that's fine, but 3 is mine. 4 was great, it was pretty decent. I was really into the Force Unleashed at that time, so Star Killer being in it was pretty cool. I'm not too huge of a Star Wars fan. Like, my brother is like a huge Star Wars fan, but I'm just like, you know, I like the original trilogy, and there's not much after that that I actually kind of like, besides like maybe like the Clone Wars maybe. But so anyway, the number 1 would be don't take away any single player aspects. So Soul Calibur's got probably the best character creator for any console game, and I spend most of my majority of my time doing that. Like, in Soul Calibur 5, I still play Soul Calibur 5 on my PS3, and oh man, I made sure I played the game enough to unlock everything, or most of what I could, because I create characters using the 50 slots, like Spawn, Sasuke, Superman, Spider-Man, Venom. I've just created like a whole litany of characters with the 50 slot option that we were given, which is another great thing, because a lot of games have character creator. They're either locked behind a password, or looking outside is really gray right now, and it's really making me sleepy. I'm sorry. I apologize. So I don't want to see them skimp on that. Like, I wanted the character creator to be better than it was before. Because I mean, they were leaps and bounds with it from 3. 4 was great. They went above and beyond. 5 like put it into new territory. It's like an awesome character designer. I would like to see a little bit more freedom with like maybe having a hair setting, and then like you can kind of adjust where you want pieces to fall. Maybe it's like got a 4-piece custom setting, like the back, the 2 bangs, or you know, something like that, so you can actually adjust everything. That would be really cool. Just so you can get more characters in there that you couldn't before. I would also like to see them expand upon like using more than 3 accessories, because the accessories in Soul Calibur is the most important, but there's like a limit to what you can post on your characters. Like, sometimes you'll use like a large tattoo or something for their skin or their costume, because I used a lot for that, like the webs for Spider-Man and whatnot. And then like if you try to use another large tattoo, it like won't let you do that. I hope there's like no restrictions with that. Like, they could have like a 3 to 5 accessory limit. I'm okay with that as long as like they give us more malleability within that system. Color changing, all that stuff needs to stay. Like, so pretty much expand upon character creator. Don't like, this is PlayStation 4, so it's a lot more powerful than the PS3 was. So I want to see some good character stuff, and character creation better be making a return. To be honest, if character creation is not making a return, I will put way less effort into this game than I usually do. Like I said, like, I played Soul Blade on Dreamcast, which for some reason I've been looking at it, it says like Soul Edge, but I specifically remember it being Soul Blade. I played Soul Calibur, played Soul Calibur 2. I had 2 versions of Soul Calibur 2. I didn't buy all 3. I bought the Link and the Spawn version. The Spawn version on Xbox is the one I spent the most time with. I didn't give a crap about Heihachi, so I didn't buy the PS2 version. Yeah, so I just want to see the character creator expanded upon and not omitted. If they completely omit the character creator, I'll be pissed. Like, to be honest, I'll be peeved. And my second point, which I'll annotate these all on the screen as I'm going through them. The second point that I want to see is more. Okay, we did the character creator, but I want to see like more single player modes. So, after praising Soul Calibur 5, after beating the extremely short story in Soul Calibur 5, which is kind of disappointing, and then going on to that random card battle mode where you gotta like choose like the different characters you want to fight against. And the stage of coffee needs to be returning. That was cool after a while, but like once you do it, like once you get to like the height of where you want to be, and like nobody's really playing that game anymore online that much, so I pretty much just play like single player content on there, like with my created characters, but there's not much to do. I'm not talking about like I want like a Tekken Force kind of mode, kind of like, actually I would love a return back to Soul Calibur 3 where they did that RPG mode, where you choose your created character and you start off like as a new recruit and you move up the ranks and like you end up like, but I hope they give you different paths to choose too. That would be awesome. Like maybe like you're being tempted by Soul Edge and like Soul Blade, and like you gotta like try and choose between which side you want to go. So, but not just being like evil or good. Like I hope there's like a path in the middle that leads to like you're on nobody's side too. That'd be really awesome if you can actually like choose the side that you end up with. So I would like to see more single player content like that. Maybe something else that gives us alright, that leads into my third point. So we'll just say more single player content like that, like hopefully not just arcades and stuff like that. Another thing that needs to return is we need to have a return to the gallery. Like, I want to unlock pictures, I want to unlock videos, I want to unlock concept art, I want to unlock like all the whole everything. I want a return to our museum mode that we used to have, and I don't want them to skip on that because I don't care about looking up the stuff on the internet. Like the main reason I got mad at Destiny 1 is because like for doing the for looking up this stuff, like I had to go to Bungie like just to find everything, and that was really annoying. So I want that museum mode. I want like the background music mode where I can listen to all the music. I mean, chances are I'm going to be listening to custom soundtrack after, like usually like I listen to the regular soundtrack for about a week and then I put on my own custom soundtrack. So that's not like as big of a deal, but I still want to be able to listen to the tracks that I've collected and stuff like that. I think they should take a note from Xenoverse and like implement some kind of when you create your character, you should have a very like basic fighting style, like maybe choose somebody's fighting style like they did in 4 and 5 and 3. Like perhaps if you say I want to use Mitsurugi's katana style, which on a tangent, that's another reason why I like 3 better, because 4 and 5 directly copy the exact fighting styles of the people that you wanted your style to be, but 3 had unique styles. So like the Taki's style wasn't Taki. Like she had like a special move where she would like spin kick in the air and like throw fireballs, and it was really cool like how they implemented that. It's one of the reasons why 3 is just so original. It's one of my favorite ones. But I hope that they have like a kind of a mentor system where like you start off pretty vanilla as like a Mitsurugi clone, but then like you can take on masters, and I don't know how they would implement that, but like maybe just in like a separate screen, kind of like Gundam's. If any of you played Dynasty Warriors Gundam games, there's like a shop mode where you can like upgrade your Gundams and stuff. It'd be cool if they have a shop mode kind of thing where you can not only buy equipment and weapons and stuff like that, but you can also talk to your mentor and get new moves from them and incorporate them into your own style. Like to when by the end of the you get your character to a point where it's like not using multiple weapon styles per se that you can switch between, because that would be too much to ask for within the game engine. But I would want to see like the moves change up depending on who, or maybe get a different special or use a different super move, so that each person, like even though you're going up against another, like let's say Mitsurugi versus Mitsurugi on online, you're not going to know exactly what's going to happen. Like you're going to get thrown for a loop, and it's going to make you change up your gameplay style depending on whoever you're going against. So that would be a really cool thing too. Yeah, I would like to see a mentor system. That would be great. And I mean, I guess that goes up back into the single player content stuff. I don't want to just see this game online, because I do play online somewhat, but it's usually like I'll play online to get the trophy that is required by playing online, and then like I stop playing online unless it's like I play with my friends or something like that. Like the only time I ever play in like public rooms or like ranked matches or anything is usually in Destiny. That's like the only game that I usually play online. Even like games that I'm like really good at, like Injustice and stuff like that, and Mass Effect even, like I just don't play them online. I'm not like an online guy. Like to me, online it does change up the gameplay, but I always want to feel like there's a sense of progression. Like for a tangent, like let's look at anime. I grew up with Dragon Ball. I started watching it in 1988, so like I'm obsessed with Dragon Ball. But I always hated Naruto at first because I'm like, oh, that stupid little ninja boy. Like when you're a Dragon Ball fanboy, you kind of like push back against like the Naruto community. When I started watching Naruto, it quickly became like probably my second or third favorite anime I've ever watched, mainly based on the fact that the characters progress so much. Like I went from hating Naruto, like the character itself, like in the first pre-Rescue Sasuke arc, I couldn't stand him. But then I saw that progression, and it made me like really like feel emotionally attached to the character, and it made me like, not just him, like everyone. It made me like really get behind them and really care about what happens to them. Games, that's important too, because there's more ways to get players in your fan base to play your games longer after launch, besides throwing microtransactions and DLC at us. Now, I'm not the biggest proponent of anti-microtransactions or DLC. I know, based on inflation, I mean, like, milk used to be like $1 something when I was a kid, now it's $5. Like a pack of cigarettes used to be like $1, now it's like $10. Like, the prices of things go up, like, due to inflation. Like, the housing market changes, blah, 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 taxes go up. But video games have pretty much been the same price since their inception. Like, games for the Atari and games for, like, Nintendo cost like $50 at launch. Like, it's the same as it's always been. I mean, I know it, like, fluctuates a little bit here and there. Now they're like $59.99, but it's not that big of an increase. And back then, video games were for a small niche community. Now video games are larger in scale than movies. Like, they have more budget, they have much more work and effort put into them. I don't want to say effort as in like directors and stuff don't put effort into their movies, but I mean there's much more attention and focus streamlined towards them. Much more money is spent in that industry than it is in the movie industry. I mean, like, you go see a movie, if you really like it, maybe twice in a theater, you're dropping $18 each time, that's $30. Like, if a game moves like 20,000 units on like the first week that it's out, and you're dropping like $60 each person, like, that's a lot of money. But they also incorporate that back into the design of their game. And a lot of companies have post-launch budgets, so they'll get like separate budgets. They'll have like a budget from a developer that's like the launch budget, and like they have to do all of these things on this checklist by this time. And then they have post-launch stuff that they didn't prioritize, but they think people would like and keep them playing the game, and they can concentrate then on that after that. Like, so I get all that stuff, but again, this is running off on a tangent. There's other ways to do to keep a player base besides microtransactions. For instance, if you have some kind of mentor system where like you can have like, say I have 10 Mitsurugi characters that I create, and every single one of them like plays completely different. It's going to be a lot more of a drive for me to push that, especially with more single player modes combined with that, than, let's say, I have 10 Mitsurugi characters and they're all different appearance-wise, but they all look like, they all play exactly like Mitsurugi. I'm probably going to pick my favorite one and use that most, and unless I'm playing with my friends. But if we have a mentor system that changes up the movesets in some way, or at least the super or the ultimate, or your gives you an easier chance to armor break or some kind of stuff like that, like a skill system, then that would keep me playing longer. And I would also like to see progression within game. So give us like in that, it's hard to say, like I want to see like different routes that they're taking. I know this is kind of like a soft reboot, like you can tell by how young Safiti and Mitsurugi look in the trailer. But I just want to see like a little bit of character progression. Like I want to be able to see like maybe there's like jump cuts to the future so you can play as the kids, or maybe there's jump cuts like to the past even. I don't know. I don't really go with that one. That's kind of a loose thought, but basically I just want more from what we got with 6, and I mean from 5, and I want to see a return to familiarity as opposed to like, because Soul Calibur has always been one of my favorite games, and it's been one of my favorite games because of all the content that it has. So let's get a return to that, and I don't want to drag this video on too much longer. I think you guys get the main gist of what I'm saying. I do have other stuff to say, but like you can ask me any questions you want. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Please like and share the video, all that other good stuff. Like you can find me on my social media that I have like construed across the bottom here. So just hit me up and let me know what you guys think about the trailer. Let me know what you guys think about finally after like what, like 5 years we get like a new Soul Calibur. Yeah, so let's keep it going. Let's show some hype for this game. Let's get on the developers and tell them what we actually want to see, and hopefully they'll implement some of that. I know the game's pretty much probably in development right now, so now would be the time to push them. Even if it doesn't do anything, like at least we're letting our voices be known, so that like maybe they can implement something like that in the future. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. I wanted to thank you for joining me. Don't be sure to follow my friend Rich at Ragnarok Enterprises. You can find the link to his channel in the description box of my video, along with any other helpful links that I've included. So I will catch you guys later. Peace.